Firstly, welcome to all of you, and thanks to the temple management for feeling me eligible to give a Prerna class. Thanks to my family for not having any conflict with me for last 7 days, and so that I can prepare for this. Because I work in a public hospital where we offer free services. And wherever free services are offered, something goes wrong in our hospital. The patient cannot fight with our management because it's all free service. They cannot fight that, okay, we didn't get satisfactory service. Similarly, Prerna is a free festival. Prasad is free, nobody is charged here. So in case you are not satisfied, you cannot fight with the organizers that we were not satisfied with the lecture. Satyanand Prabhu offered me a free meal in Govinda's, and he gave me an option that whether I want to have food before Prerna or after Prerna. And you know what I have done already, I had eaten, but I was not sure about quality of my lecture. So I said after my lecture whether he will offer me something or not. So मिल रहा है वो खा लो and sit. That is my hashtag, Hata Bola, in case you go to Facebook. Of course, people talk about two words, conflict management and conflict resolution. And of course, conflict resolution is not quite possible. It's very difficult to resolve conflicts. Of course, they can be managed. Something like in our day-to-day life, we say, hey, manage kar na, manage kar. That is the same rule with conflicts. Just manage it. You cannot resolve it. The previous class which I gave was dangal. That is fighting, that is conflict. And after that, temple said, now take the art of conflict management. I said, okay. So let me firstly tell you that if you keep your life simple and avoid conflict, there will be no conflicts in your life. Just living like a simple person. Don't be complex. Even if we become a devotee, we have kind of don't take photographs of the slides and all, because you know I get paralyzed by that. I feel so even after becoming I'll mail you the PowerPoint, the whole PowerPoint, don't worry. Even after becoming a devotee, we want to be special, something different. You know, that was my case. Like for example, there are some people who come to the temple every day in the morning. Different kind of people come, and there is one person who chants without a bead bag. And every day morning from here to here, and here I am counting my 1, 2, 3, and this fellow is walking like this, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, with the hands making like this, and he looks at me and Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. So we call him Muktatma. He's not bound by any rule. Because nobody likes to be tied up, right? We always want to be free. Even the temple tells us, don't do this, don't do this. We say, don't put restrictions on me. Even I was also like that. Even tying the bead bag, मेरे को लगता था I am tied up. So you know, I always left my that bead bag का जो गले में लटकाने का thing ना, that whole thing I used to always keep it free. So I used to feel some freedom should be there. Now minute independence Krishna has said so. I used to use that. And I'll tell you, never in my life I tied that. And one day while going back from the temple, I reached Elphinstone, and from Elphinstone then I was walking back to KM hospital. Some child making noise. Thoda sa, just be careful. And that bead bag, you know, that thing was hanging, and a taxi was going by the side. The previous taxis, Premier Padmini taxis, and they have a bumper behind. And my bead bag got kind of atkofied in that. And that was my initiated bead bag. And then I was running behind the taxi with my, not leaving my beads. Because if I left my beads, their temple, you know, charges 1,000 rupees fine for if you lose the initiated beads. Apart from that, given to me by my Guru Maharaj 20 years back. So whole Elphinstone Bridge I was running behind that taxi और लोग मेरे को बोल रहे थे अरे छोड़ दे छोड़ दे छोड़ दे, and somebody shouting अरे टैक्सी वाले को रुक जाओ. I said नहीं बाबा वो मेरा बहुत दीक्षा का माला है. Nobody was understanding. From that day I realized no that I should give up my concepts about that, and I एकदम इज्जत से I started tying my bead bag around my head. Then I had some other fads, not coming in dhoti kurta, something different. So I used to wear white t-shirts. And once I was supposed to come, and Prem Kishore Prabhu was supposed to teach me Tandav for a drama. And then he was waiting for me in the temple, and then I was driving to the temple in my Zen. And then I passed by this Color Plus shop near KM Hospital, and I saw white t-shirts. So I thought I can wear it in the yatra, I can wear it here and there, something different. And they were costing 1,500 rupees one t-shirt. So I got down, shopped for the t-shirts, 2,000 rupees, 3,000 rupees ka t-shirts I took because I want to wear it above my dhoti. And then I took those t-shirts. I came, and when I was on the way at Lal Bagh, you know what happened? I was waiting Shanti se at the signal, and then behind a bus, and a JCB came behind me, जिसका brake fail हो गया था. And in between my car was absolutely crushed. The bus was far away from me. In 2 minutes, I could see the bus here. And in 1 minute, I could see people clicking my photographs. So I became a celebrity. I said, मुझे बाहर निकाल. And then, you know, that car was towed, taken to the police station, and total repairs was 1 lakh rupees. And I couldn't throw that car also away because my father-in-law had given me that car. So, so my wife would have been angry with me. So I repaired it for 1 lakh rupees. And after everything was done, I came out of that trauma after 1 month. And then I saw those t-shirts. And I realized, यार ये t-shirt के लिए मैं नहीं रुकता था तो 1 lakh rupees मेरा बच जाता था. Anyways, I thought I'll wear these t-shirts on for an occasion. And then I wore that t-shirt one day, and that was such a white t-shirt that none of my dhotis, our dhotis, you know, become eventually yellow. And they have those stains of khichdi. See, like all those soldiers, whenever they get a bullet and the blood comes out, the blood stains are there on their shirts, their military dress, and they preserve it, showing the blood stain to their grandchildren that I was shot and this is the blood stain. They show pride. So ISKCON people show pride in those khichdi stains on the. This is the so many years I have spent in my life. Today morning only, I was writing about glories of khichdi. Some of you must have already read it. You know, to consider any other foodstuff cooked by your wife to be tastier than khichdi. So such all these offenses are there, 10 offenses against khichdi, we very much follow it. And so no dhoti. So I went to our Matchless gift shop and telling them that please. So he said, you have to get best of the dhotis for matching this kurta. So our Narayan Prabhu, you know, he also gave me 750 rupees ka dhoti for that. So again, after 1 lakh rupees and 3,000, 750 more. So then I thought I'll wear this white t-shirt and white dhoti for an occasion. So NVCC opening was there in Pune. So I thought I will be there and people will look at me. Oh, who is this brilliant person? White, come from heavens or something like that. So I wore that, and you know, kurtas, they come up to the knee, and t-shirts, they are only up to the thigh. And I realized Narayan Prabhu, the dhoti he had given me was transparent. So all my inner clothings, I was. So then, you know, that was the only dhoti kurta I had. So again, I started on the way. Then there was a Shopee of undergarments. So I went there. So I said, ये मेरा ऐसा problem है, देखो ये ऐसा यहाँ तक ही आ रहा है, and this and that. तो ही सेड आपको मैं बेस्ट ऑफ ये कलर के साथ मैच होने वाला देता हूँ, लेकिन उसका खर्चा 500 रुपये है. And there I realized that unnecessary I had complicated my life. I could have bought a 200-300 रुपए का कुर्ता and 200 rupees का धोती and lived like, just be like any other devotee. I would have avoided. You must have heard that story. ये मेरे गीता का संसार है. That a person, how he, was told to read Gita by his guru, and then he finds a mice eating the Gita, so he gets a cat, and then the cat wants milk, so he buys a cow. Then for maintaining that cow, he ultimately marries and then has children, and by the time guru returns, the Gita is gone somewhere. So something like that happened in my life. The current management gurus, they say that only way to avoid conflicts is you go and stay in a cave where neither a scorpion or an ant is there. If you can't find such a place, then you need to learn how to manage conflicts. I always take example of this particular movie because everybody has seen it. Even if you are in Krishna consciousness, before Krishna, it's mandatory to see this movie. If you are born in Bharatvarsh and you are so much part of this movie. Normally, whenever I go to any other place where I am told to take a lectures, I make people say dialogues from this movie. I will not tell it here because I desire to give few more Prerna classes in the future. But to cut the story short, there is this Gabbar Singh and there is this Thakur. And Gabbar Singh has cut Thakur's hand, and Thakur. So, surely in your settings, so your college, your workplace, you will find that there is a Thakur. You look carefully, whose hands have been cut by Gabbar. And he is fighting with that Gabbar Singh with the help of Jai and Viru. And you see other characters also, Sholay characters. Suddenly at your workplace you may see a Basanti also, keeps on speaking. So all such characters are saying. Now if you go to Gabbar and tell him that, see, this person is saying that he is Thakur and you have cut his hands. He said, no, actually he is Gabbar. I am Thakur. He has cut my hands. So that is conflict, where everybody feels that he is victimized. He is the person who is being victimized. Ramayana in your settings. So normally whenever we talk about conflict management, we normally say our workplace is like Sholay. Now here I am saying workplace is like Ramayana. What do you mean by Ramayana? Workplace, Ramayana at workplace means there is a eligible person who could have got a promotion and he doesn't get it. Instead, he is transferred. He is transferred to other. And then we keep on thinking he was so eligible and he is transferred. In Ramayana, Ram eligible to become king, eligible for promotion, but transferred for 12 years. Mahabharata in your settings. Now, Mahabharata, we so much frequently use, even before coming to Krishna consciousness, for us, this Ramayana, Mahabharata was not such a serious thing. Here we come and we see Govind Prabhu taking classes on each character of Mahabharata. हमारे लिए पहले महाभारत, what was Mahabharata for us? कुछ भी हो गया तो लोग बोलते थे ऐसा मत करो महाभारत हो जाएगा सडन. That was Mahabharata for us. And actually it is like that. There is Mahabharata around us and we see the characters. Now I am going one by one in the character. And you have to identify the character. So who is this? So what does he represent? So first representation I will be speaking about. Then you have to guess what are these characters existing around you in your college, at your workplace. So Dhritarashtra means a blind, partial boss. So normally, whenever we speak about the boss, we say he is blind, he is partial, he has power, but he doesn't use it. Okay? And power means sometimes power you struggle with the boss. So power struggle with the boss means boss has the power and you have to struggle. So therefore some of these philosophers, they say that if you are too angry with the boss during your lunch hour, take a fork and look at your boss through the fork and imagine that he is in jail, you know. So people have so much this thing that they say that if you have a great idea at workplace, your boss should give 2 weeks of maternity leave for it. People talk about servant leadership nowadays, but the best example is, you know, a dog and a master. In the morning, you must be seeing people go around. So, who is the servant of whom it's very difficult to find? Okay, dog boss hai, yeah, that person is boss. And bosses normally they say, I'm not arguing, I am just explaining why I am right always. In India, especially, while dealing with the boss and all, there is no professionalism. In USA or other Western countries, I am really, normally we should not criticize India, especially sitting here on the Vyasasana and all. But this is one place where something which India lacks, that is professionalism at workplace. In other Western countries, there is very high degree of professionalism. What do I mean by that? By this, I just wanted to tell you that if you plan to get married, and if you get married, I am not promoting any marriages or here in the this thing that go approach the marriage board and all. I'm just giving an example. And then you go to the boss and you show him your marriage card that, sir, please come. Rather, in the Western countries, you get married and if you don't even inform your boss, he doesn't feel bad. You call everybody from the office and you don't call the boss, he doesn't feel bad because they are professional. It's okay, you don't call me. India, if you forget to call the boss for the marriage, forget about forgetting. There are instances where people have gone to the boss, कि boss मेरा शादी है. तो he asked कि तू लड़की कब से देख रहा था? And you never told me कि तू लड़की देखने को गया था. There are instances which I know where after marriage somebody went to the boss and said that, sir, I was blessed with a baby boy. And boss ने बोला, वो wife pregnant है, बताया नहीं तुम. So India, there is no professionalism. You have to start, everything should be informed to the boss that boss मैं अभी सोच रहा हूँ कि शादी करूँ और मैं ये कर रहा हूँ. फिर then you have to tell boss, my wife has been diagnosed pregnant and now this is the 3rd month going on. Everything, all details. Otherwise, this is the reaction of the boss that you never told me. So therefore, we have to be very careful. So they call us on Sundays. So once one boss, called an employee that Sunday, I have reached the office. Where are you? He said, sir, I'm in traffic jam. So he said, when are you likely to reach the office? And the employee said, sir, most probably Monday morning I should. Once one boss and 2 employees, they went for clearing some old stock in the godown. And as usual, there was a lamp lying there and somebody scratched the lamp and suddenly the genie came there. Oh, 3 of you, I'm so happy. Each of you can ask for a wish. So the first employee, he said, I just want a job in Silicon Valley, USA, the nice bungalow to stay. Granted, he disappeared from there. Second, he said, I always dreamt to be in Australia. I want a good job in Australia. Disappeared from there. Boss, what is your desire? He said, get them back before 2 p.m. So the moral of the story was, let the boss speak first, always. You don't speak before the boss. So if Dhritarashtra was the boss, then who is this? Gandhari. But then she represents the blind followers. So there is always a boss, and then there are blind followers who follow the boss. They worship the boss. Boss ke worshippers, boss is God, boss is always right. And in ISKCON we hear this blind following the blind. So which are the blind we are following? Now this heroine, Sri Devi, who was we used to be fans of her. Rather, when her movie Mr. India was released, and that time, we were in a very kind of orthodox era where we have grown. Nowadays, you have grown with mobiles and this thing. We didn't have a Xerox, we didn't have printouts. So, this one particular movie was released of her, and I remember in the night we used to go and cut the posters and then stick it in our room. So all such things we used to do. In a medical school, nowadays people don't do that because everything is available on the phone. You go to Google Images and you see it. So we didn't have these Google Images. So we had people who used to stick Sri Devi's photo on the ceiling, so that when they get up in the morning, they the first thing, and then they used to start a day with that. But then few days back I came across this photo that suddenly she passed away, and then these are the people whom we are following. We may not be knowing also who is this. This was one of the lead actress who used to act opposite Amitabh Bachchan, Parveen Babi. And of course, very unfortunately, she suffered from mental illness. And she died in a house, and then by the stink of the dead body, the police was alerted and her body was absolutely fine. So we are following them who are not following spirituality. Then who is this? This is boss's favorite. He gets all support from the boss. He gets all love for the boss, and he does any mistake, boss will not look at that. Boss will say, no, that's fine. और हम लोग कुछ थोड़ा बहुत करते हैं, boss is very angry. But he is always favored. So, I, once at my workplace had some issues long back, some 15, more than 20 years back almost. And went through some lots of troubles. And there, one of my kind of was mentors at my job, she told me a very nice thing. She said that you are being troubled by somebody at work. Now, one thing you should always do is when you go to that position, you should not do it to others. That should be always our principle in life. If I have suffered in some way because of a particular position and because somebody else is at a higher position than me, so when I reach that higher position, I should take utmost care that I don't trouble any one of them. Don't underestimate your abilities, because that's your boss's job. Who are they? Yeah, so I label them as the faithfuls. And they are also there everywhere. They are so faithful to the mission. They will fight for the mission. They are very firm on their vows and they never leave the mission. And wherever there are faithfuls, there is always a conflict. There is always a conflict. You see recently our Prime Minister of India being known for being very faithful to our country. So there was an attack and there was a counter attack. So a faithful person will never tolerate being attacked. I don't know how much you have read about Savarkar, one of the most brilliant freedom fighter India ever had. Rather, Vinayak Savarkar, when he was sent to Andaman and Nicobar jail, where he was supposed to kind of grind and make oil, which is normally done by a bull. A job done by a bull was given to him, and he had a diarrhea and dysentery, blood and vomiting, blood coming out of the vomitus and through the stool. So he fainted doing his job, and then he was lifted up from there and put in his prison cell, and he fell unconscious. When he came back to consciousness, a poetry of there is his book Kamla. So that poetry came to his mind, the first verse of the poetry. And he didn't have paper and pen, so he wrote it on the wall. He wrote it on the wall. And then second verse sprung from his mind. So now he was thinking, how to I write this, because there was not that much space on. So he by hearted the first verse, he rubbed it and wrote the second on the wall. Like this, in the jail, he wrote 5,000 verses in that particular album. He was in Andaman jail for 12 years. I'm just telling this for all of you because many of you here are students also, and you keep on saying कि सर याद नहीं रहता है, exam में याद ही नहीं आता है. So capacity of a human brain. And then he was, released from the jail after 12 years. And then he was kept in Ratnagiri for 2 years under supervision. Again, not supposed to touch paper and pen. After 13 years, he was finally released and he got a paper and pen. And he wrote all those 5,000 verses in the same sequence which he had written and memorized in the jail. So that is the capacity of the human brain, and that ability was there in Vinayak Savarkar. And he talked about conflict. So at one point in the British fight against the British, it happened that the Indians, they were so much harassed by the British that everybody stood up and they started saying, we are okay with the British rule, we are okay with the British rule. Even Lokmanya Tilak at one point, he said, we are okay, stop harassing, stop harassing. So then Vinayak Damodar Savarkar was also told to do that. Is somebody speaking there on the top? I'm hearing a sound of see, I am a professor in a medical school, so I really cannot concentrate while somebody is making some noise. So Savarkar was told that why don't you also in Nasik, he was in Nasik, you also get up and say that why don't you also get up and you say that we are okay with the British rule. And that time Savarkar stood up and he said, I would like to say something. It's not that I'm against the British. I am against this concept that you make somebody forcefully under your control. I am against this principle of ruling some people forcefully. I'm not against the British. And such a beautiful statement he makes. He says, tomorrow, if somebody attacks United Kingdom and starts ruling over them, I will go there and fight for the United Kingdom. Because my fight is against somebody ruling and torturing people. So wherever there are such faithful people, the conflicts are never stop, So we have this Baji Prabhu Deshpande, Tanaji Malusare, all this history if you have read, I don't know how many of you have read this. When Baji Prabhu Deshpande and Shivaji Maharaj, they were running from Panhalgarh to Vishalgarh, and in between comes a place called as Pawankhand. And both of them were running in the night with 600 soldiers. And then they were caught in the daytime. Caught by 2,000 soldiers. So then the choice was where Shivaji Maharaj said that let's fight and let us all of us die over here. And Baji Prabhu Deshpande made such a nice statement. He said in Marathi, he says ki Maharaj लाखो मेले तरी चालतील पण लाखोंचा पोशिंदा जिवंत राहिला पाहिजे. Even if lakhs die, that's okay, but one who is maintaining the lakhs should sustain. And there they decided that 600 soldiers split into two, 300 accompany the king and take him to the next destination, and remaining 300 stay back and kind of stop the army so that the king is not chased. And they immediately said, who want to stay back? And people were ready to stay back. Rather, those who were ready to stay back, they were knowing we are 300, they are 2,000, and all of us are going to die. And still they took a decision that we will stay back and let this be our final day of life, but we accept death to save our religion. Our religion was saved because of such people for years together, our Vedic tradition. Tanaji Malusare, I actually searched, I went into interiors of Konkan and I actually went to his Samadhi and we did offered prayers at his home where it is there in a place called as Umrat. It was very difficult for me to search, but we went there. So this person also, he said, he has a very famous statement, ki Adi Lagin Kondanecha. He said, firstly I will go and fight. His son was supposed to get married. He said that son's marriage and all, forget it, postponed it. If I come back, I will attend the marriage, otherwise forget it. So what I'm talking about is this, faithfuls. So without these faithfuls, institution cannot run. An institution like ISKCON also has run because of faithful people like Prabhupada's disciples. And so we have heard Daag Achhe Hai. And before coming to ISKCON, you know Narad Muni, what we knew Narad Muni for? Narayan, and then he is doing something. But if you study all the conflicts made by him, they were all for the good. Therefore, I have written here the heading, Conflicts Achhe Hai. When he sees that Devaki and Vasudeva have given birth to one child, he goes to Kamsa and he says, see, this is a lotus with 8 petals. The 8th son is going to kill. Now, in this lotus, you show me which is the 8th petal. Now, this is instigating. So, Kansa immediately goes and kills the child. So, you say, yaar, ye Narayan. After coming to ISKCON, we come to know that why did he do that? Because he thought that if they have one child, they'll keep on playing with the child will grow, they'll not have the next child. And Krishna is 8 in number. So, उतना अभी कितना time लगेगा ऐसा एक child को ऐसा बड़ा होके ये होके. So they said, no, let it be killed. Krishna will liberate all of them, don't worry about that. And let Krishna come. So after coming to ISKCON, we come to know about the purports. And they are the truthfuls. You also see amongst your friends, very truthful. They are exploited, they suffer from loss. हर बार कैंटीन का बिल यही भरते हैं. हम लोग मालूम ये है ना, truthfuls है तो ये भरेगा करके. And they don't mind. They never indulge in dirty politics. Actually, these are bond saints. Sometimes we are ISKCON devotees, but we find such truthfuls. You must be experiencing. They are not chanting or anything, but they are so truthful. They will not criticize anyone. Okay? Like example of Dharmaraj, when he was called back for the game of dice. What happens is, when he was called back for the game of dice, you must have known the game of dice happened once, and then actually, you know what Dhritarashtra said? He apologized, sorry for whatever has happened. He apologized to Draupadi, apologized to everyone, and he said, we give back your kingdom, you go back. If you read Mahabharata, you will come across this reference. And then when they are going back, on the way, here Duryodhana starts saying that I had got their kingdom, I had got their everything, and you left them like that. So he said, call them back again for another game. And that time what we will do is, we will ask for 12 years of exile and 1 year of Agyatwas. So while they were returning back to the kingdom, again the messenger came, said, Maharaj, Dhritarashtra has called you for another game of dice. So, you know, the brothers, he said, okay, we'll come. So the brothers said to Dharmaraj, Yudhishthir, that you know what is going to happen there. He said, no. If I am destined to lose my kingdom, let me lose it. So these are kind of truthful people. They are actually most peaceful. Huh? They don't have any troubles in life because they are so much dependent on God. Who is this? Karna. Once you come to ISKCON, you have a group of friends who will come to you fighting for Karna. They are fans of Karna. I have so many students who come and fight with me. Sir, wo Karna kya hai? And Karna ki वजह से ना, half of the world is not coming to ISKCON just because they feel that Karna had suffered from lot of injustice. Talented, being on the wrong side. They are attached to faithfulness than truth. So Karna was more faithful to Duryodhana, but not to the truth. His Holiness Radhanath Maharaj gave a very nice example that how Karna represents a misdirected, conditioned soul. He said actually he was a Pandav, but because of wrong association he was fighting from the Kauravas side. So he said, this is what is our condition, that we are actually belonging to Krishna's side, but because of misdirection we are fighting against Krishna. Shakuni. So they are always suspicious, they think opposite. और आप पीसफुली भी बैठे हो ना शांति से, तो भी आके आपको इंस्टिगेट करेंगे, एंड यू विल गिव यू अ फीलिंग दैट एवरीथिंग इज हॉरिबल, एवरीथिंग इज बैड, देयर इज इनजस्टिस ऑन यू. She is the victim. So there are always victims also who suffer, they don't get help from the powerful, and people expect them to forgive. This happens too much in this material world, you know, people are exposed to injustice and then they say, please forgive. Who is this? Not you, not you. Because whenever we read Gita, we feel I am Arjun and Krishna is speaking this to me. So therefore I always say, not you. We are on the Kauravas side actually. Okay, so after the Gita was spoken, Krishna said, anybody wants to change sides, you can change the sides. So many times after coming to ISKCON, we start getting a feeling that I am Arjun and Krishna is kind of taking my rath everywhere. No. We are on the Kauravas side, because if you compare yourself with, sometimes sit down calmly, whether I am Arjun or whether I am Duryodhana, whether I give a lusty look to everyone, whether I think of exploiting resources, whether I feel like enjoying everything, whether I feel like bossing over, bullying over, or whether I am humble, or whether I want to follow Krishna. So that doesn't happen with us. Arjun was following Krishna. If you are following the orders of Krishna, then you are following the footsteps of Arjun. With us, what happens? Many times there are occasions where we have time, but we indulge in sense gratification, and our mind tells you, don't do this. But we said, hell with the philosophy. Kuch abhi mere ko yaad mat dilo. So, many conflicts we hear of colleges, students, teachers, boss, employees. JJK, I was at JJ Hospital and then I joined KEM Hospital, and then I realized there was so much fight between these two institutions. So I went to the root and I found out कि ऐसा क्या है. So there was one doctor who had applied for a job in JJ Hospital. JJ Hospital was started in 1845. That time it was under the British rule. And this particular doctor was not given the job. And then he was so angry that a less qualified Britisher was given that particular lecturer's job. So he came out and he said, I will start my own medical college where no Britisher will be employed. And that's how KEM started, with a fight with JJ. And till date they fight wherever they meet. Till date, whenever JJ and KEM students meet, they fight with each other. Whether there is a festival, whether there is a conference, whether there is a debate, you will find JJ and KEM students fight. Something like Harvard and Stanford, Mr. and Mrs. Stanford, their son died. So there is one story like this, one version of the story. I don't know the truth of it. So they went to Harvard and they said that we would like to have a memorial of our son in Harvard. So they said, they were shabbily dressed. So the chancellor's president said, no, we cannot have like. They said, we'll sponsor a building in his name and we can have a small memorial in that building. They said, no, you don't know how much is the expense for one building. So the couple asked, what is the expense for one building? And he said, this dollars. And then the couple looked at each other and they said, if that is such a small amount, then we can have our own university. And that's how Stanford University started. And again, Stanford and Harvard have been still fighting. Whenever we conduct these conflict management sessions, we go and tell people to do this, arm wrestling. And I made an announcement at one place that whoever makes it maximum number of time to the table wins. And then people were like this, like this, like this, so all such things. And in one corner, after 1 minute, I asked that who made it maximum number of times. And then one team raised the hand. And they said, our score is 60. Because for 60 seconds, they just did like this. Because they were the ones who understood what I said. Whoever makes maximum number of times to the table win. So there was chance of both of them to win, and both of them won it. Unresolved conflict, what does it cause? It destroys human relations, it creates barriers, adds stress to life. Once you have a fight with your friends in the college, we don't even feel like going to the college. You fight with the boss, we don't feel like going there. When the conflict is resolved, see such a nice picture. Thakur has got his hands back and Gabbar is standing with his hand over Thakur. And see Jay and Viru, oh, what a beautiful picture. So conflict is resolved. It serves as a safety valve function. Now what is a safety valve function? Safety valve is, the cooker has a safety valve on the top. Shitty. So whenever we are in a conflict, we are like a pressure cooker. We are under pressure. So हमारे दिमाग में ऐसा चल रहा है, ऐसा हो रहा है, वो आजकल मेरे को देखता है, आजकल मेरे को हंसता भी नहीं, बोलता भी नहीं, and बीच में it's happening. So conflict means the whole thing is a pressure cooker. And then one day we go to that person and we tell him, okay, nowadays you don't even look at me, you don't talk to me. क्या हो गया है, मतलब अपना बाकी अपना कंक्लूजन्स इंडिया में कैसे रहता है कि बहुत शाना समझता है अपने आप को, बहुत ये ऑल सच. सो वी स्टार्ट टेलिंग कि देखता भी नहीं, बात भी नहीं करता है. एंड देन ही टेल्स, अरे नो यार, एक्चुअली व्हाट हैज हैपेंड इज नो, माय फादर is not well, he's having cancer, and for last 6 months I am in that only, so I'm in my own thoughts. Oh, ऐसा है क्या, मुझे क्या लगा कि तू मेरे से नाराज है. तो इसको बोलते हैं फूस हो गए, फूस. ऐसा बहुत बार होता है कॉन्फ्लिक्ट्स में ना, हमारा किसी के साथ झगड़ा होता है, somebody fights with us, and then what we decide कि कल मैं उसको जाके ये बोलूँगा. हम रात भर बैठ के हम लोग स्क्रिप्ट लिखते हैं कि 4 साल पहले हम लोग जब उधर बैठे तब भी तुमने ऐसा बोला, 3 साल पहले तुमने ऐसा बोला था, 2 साल पहले तुमने ऐसा बोला था. ऑल सच थिंग्स वी डिसाइड, एंड नेक्स्ट डे वी आर एक्सपेक्टिंग कि जोर से होने वाला है, और बोलते क्या भाई कैसा है. तो हम लोग इसको बोलते फुस हो गए, फुस. तो प्रेशर कुकर है ना, वो एंड में फुस हो जाता है. देखो ना, वो त्याला कुकर पडणे म्हणतात मराठी, फुस करके होगी. सो इट इम्प्रूव्स कम्युनिकेशन, रिलेशनशिप, increases strength. So this there are 5 ways with which by which people handle conflicts. On one side here is assertiveness, means thinking about the self more, and uncooperative to cooperative. And there are few ways by which people deal. When a person is unassertive, not thinking of others, and uncooperative, he goes into avoiding mode of conflict. And that works in short term. Like once one female, she was suffering because her husband was coming home every day and hitting her. So she then went to those babas who sit with a skull and they do all such things. So that Baba gave her a solution. He said, you would have this solution. Whenever your husband comes back home, you keep that solution in your mouth. Do gargling. So after 6 months, she comes back. She's healthy. All the scars are healed. Husband has not hit for 6 months. So she says, Baba, it worked. वो solution में जबरदस्त जादू था. How did it work? He said, कुछ नहीं था उसमें. सादा पानी दिया था मैंने तुमको. वो गार्गलिंग करती थी ना, तो आता था और वो शांति से सो जाता था. तो इसके लिए तुमको मारता नहीं था. तो वो सॉल्यूशन नहीं देता था, तो यू वुड हैव स्पोकन समथिंग विथ हिम एंड देन ही वुड हैव हिट यू. So sometimes avoiding works. So when you are too much angry, do gargling. उसको आके जाने दो. So gargling works. Rather, this is a sound principle. Whenever you are too much angry, too much disturbed, don't use your phone, don't use WhatsApp, don't use social media, nothing. Previously, when we were of your age, there were no phones, no even landline. वो ऐसा पूरा कॉलोनी में एक लैंडलाइन होता था एंड खत लिखते थे हम लोग पोस्ट ऑफिस में से. देन वी यूज टू गेट एंग्री विथ सम इशू हैपनिंग एट आवर होम टाउन. नाउ व्हाट यूज टू हैपन टिपिकली, यू नो, वो खत आने के बाद देन आई हैव टू गो टू द पोस्ट ऑफिस, बाय अ इनलैंड लेटर and then write it and again go to post office and post it. So that used to take some 7 days time. उसमें ठंडा हो जाते थे हम लोग, कहते हैं अभी क्या लिखने. But nowadays communication has become so fast, so people write, go to hell, send. So that breaks all the relations. So fast communication is creating conflicts. You get into conflict with somebody, you directly post it on Facebook that my world has become a hell because of his name, and he's tagged in the post. And this world becomes horrible for him and everyone. And then, you know, many times just because of this fast communication, the things are happening. Then accommodating is another way people deal with conflicts. Once one father and 5 sons were traveling in a train, and those 5 sons, they were making so much noise in the train, and then people were sleeping, not able to sleep, not able to read. Ultimately they took the father outside the bogie and they said, "Arey, how much noise your children are making, why don't you make them sit calm or shout at them?" And then the father said, "Actually, what has happened, their mother has passed away in the hospital, and last 7 days back, and they have been asking me, where is mama, and I don't have answer." So I told him, let's go out. I don't know how to handle the children because my wife was looking after them. So I told them, let's go out for a picnic. So I have come out for a picnic, and they have forgotten this question, where is mama, and I'm very happy about it. And once the whole train came to know about this story, they started playing with the children. Somebody started playing cricket inside the bogie with them. So now the children were not a problem, when you understand. So when we accommodate, when we come to know that the opposite person has more problems than our problems. So typically this happens when we are traveling by bus, we see an old person. So we get up, although we are tired, we get up and offer it. But in long run, all these things don't work actually. Sometimes after accommodating again and again, we get frustrated. Competing, collaborating, compromising. Dr. Shubhangi Parker, our head of psychiatry department, she says compromising means husband-wife model. Sometimes they are avoiding, therefore that is going in all the 4 things. You see that. Sometimes they are accommodating, aja, theek hai bhai, to abhi kya. Then competing, rarely collaborating also. Going to my next model of managing conflicts, and it's a mnemonic, heal it. In the first slide I had acknowledged Ray Wells, who was the person who had taught me this conflict resolution at Philadelphia. So this is the mnemonic stands for, and we'll be dealing with this. Now things become very easy for all of you. Our lecture ends when I reach the letter T, okay? So H is having attitude of curiosity. So always be curious whenever a conflict happens, why this person is behaving like this. Like with my example I'll give you, I am a teacher at first MBBS. So students, when they come from 12th standard, they are very humble, very disciplined, and they wish us, good morning sir, good morning sir, good morning. And we enjoy that, students wishing us. And then they go to second year. सेकेंड ईयर में कोई भी बच्चा, कोई भी कॉलेज में फर्स्ट ईयर से सेकेंड ईयर में जाता है ना, तो कुछ तो पंख आ जाते हैं उसको. And suddenly he becomes so disrespectful. We are standing in the corridor and whole bunch of 10, 12 students pass and they pass through us like this. And nobody is wishing. The same people who are like this, like this. And they are talking, cracking, who, और ऐसे चले जाते बीच में. I always compare this to this movie, Ghost करके movie था. उसमें वो मर के ऐसे रास्ते पे खड़ा हो जाता है, सब व्हीकल्स जा रहे हैं उसके अंदर से, लोग उसके अंदर से पास हो रहे. सो वी फील कि बाबा मैं जिंदा है या मैं मर गया या इनको दिख नहीं रहा हूँ. So one student, a girl, she after passing first year, from that day onward, she stopped wishing me only. Wishing क्या? वो wishing तो छोड़ दो. ऐसा she used to look at me like this and walk. मतलब ऐसा पहचान भी नहीं, smile भी नहीं. Once she was standing near the canteen and I was passing by and she was looking at me. तो देख रही थी तो मैंने उसको ऐसा किया. So she kept on looking like this. Then I looked here and there कि किसी ने देखा नहीं तो मैं शांति. So then after 4.5 years, because in my introduction he said I am the warden. So after 4.5 years, everybody has to come to me to take the no dues signature. So she came to me. She said, sir, no dues. I said, I want to talk to you. I said, after you passed your first year, you never wished me, you never, smiled वगैरह छोड़ा, थोड़ा पहचान तो दिखाने का. And then what she said, sir, actually, after I passed first year, I suffered from a disease called as optic nerve demyelination, where I cannot see anything beyond 3 feet. So you may have smiled at me, you may have waved hand at me, I never saw it only. I never saw you only rather. I can see only up to this point. So she had some problem and here was me getting disturbed कि wish क्यों नहीं कर रही. So have an attitude of curiosity. Now I will take you to the cinema hall. The time given to me is till 8:40 actually, in 10 minutes for question answer. So I am cancelling the question answers right now. Because the difficult questions. Okay. So some people go to the cinema hall not to watch movies. Some go to watch movies. 2 categories of people. Some go to watch movies. And others go to watch what others are doing. So there was this second category person. So these are what second category people are. भाई मोबाइल बंद करना, काय को आवाज कर रहे हैं. So they are जोर से मत बात करे बाबा. So they go to the cinema hall for this purpose. So one day, the second category person, he went to a theater and he saw one man occupying 3 seats. 3 seats on the theater. मतलब बीच में बटक, एक पे सर और एक पे पैर. अनंत पद्मनाभ के से 3 डोर्स में से दिखते ना, lying. So then he lost interest. He anyways is not interested in the movie. So उसको purpose मिल गया theater में आने का. So he called those ushers with those battery fellow. He said, वो देखो कैसा बैठा है. So the battery fellow said, भाई तू कौन है, किधर से है? बोले So he said, another battery fellow came. He said, भाई क्या है, तू कौन है, क्या है? So then these battery fellows come to this second category fellow and he said, sir जाने दो ना, उसको समझ में नहीं आ रहा है हम लोग क्या बोल रहे हैं. He said, ऐसा नहीं चलेगा, मैनेजर को बुलाओ. So manager comes. Manager says, भाई कौन है तू, कहाँ से आया है? बोलते सर मैं बालकनी से आया हूँ. मैं बालकनी में था, मैं नीचे क्या है देख रहा था तो मैं गिर गया. This poor fellow has fallen from the balcony and here is one person disturbed because he is occupying 3 seats. So have an attitude of curiosity, not judgment. Don't judge कि ऐसे 3 सीट पे क्यों बैठा है, ये मेरे को विश क्यों नहीं कर रहे. There may be a reason. always evaluate. Anything happens, a conflict happens in your life, evaluate. Evaluate. These are our friends to evaluate who, what, where, when, how, why. I had a conflict with one of my office staff, and I was given a job of printing t-shirts for a conference. So I went to the t-shirt shop, and he said, okay, and it had to be done very urgently. For all the participants, we are planning to give a t-shirt with the logo of our college. So I called the office. I said, can you mail me the logo? I'm standing here, and then he will tell me the price, give me the quotation. Da, 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 da. And the clerk said, sir, we are very busy with important work. So I thought, you are doing important work, or मैं इधर time pass कर रहा हूँ. So I was very angry. So after that whole conference was over, I spoke to her. That I said, I had called you, and you said you are doing important work, and then my work was not important. Then she said, sir, actually I am pregnant, and I had miscarriages, 3-4 miscarriages, and I am supposed to take 100% bed rest. Doctor told me, but we have financial issues, so still I am coming to work. And because of that, I am under a lot of stress, that if I take too much stress, I will suffer from miscarriage. And that is my problem. And I am not able to tell also others that I am pregnant, because I had so many miscarriages that after telling that I am pregnant, again there will be a miscarriage. Again people will ask me कि क्या हो गया pregnancy का आगे. So I don't want that embarrassment on the. And then I realized that yes, I should understand, I should evaluate why this person is behaving like this. I'll tell you one story. Consider this as Bhaikala police station. In Bhaikala we have this Ranichi Bagh. Everybody must have been there to see the 84 lakh species. Now there will be a component of Marathi in this. So those who are in Mumbai, thoda to Marathi you must be understanding. So Baikala police station scene, and the Havaldar gets 4 kids to the inspector. He says, sir, तो इंस्पेक्टर said, तेरे को मिला नहीं सुबह से कोई बच्चे लोग को पकड़ के लाया. He said, sir, आप पूछो इनको क्या कर रहे थे. तो the inspector said, काय रे, काय तुझं नाव काय करत होता. He said, sir, मी पाटील. काय नाही सर, सिंहाला आम्ही शेंगदाणे टाकत होतो. तर दुसरं, तुझं नाव काय. So he said, sir, मी शिंदे. काय सिंहाला शेंगदाणे टाकत होतो सर. तो इंस्पेक्टर गेट्स इरिटेटेड. दे वर थ्रोइंग ग्राउंडनट्स to the lion. क्या उसमें क्या है, शेंगदाने इज ग्राउंडनट्स, थ्रोइंग ग्राउंडनट्स टू द लायन इन द लायंस केज. सोच के कि वो खा रहे इनोसेंट बच्चे, उनको समझता नहीं वेज नॉन वेज क्या डालना चाहिए. त्याचं तिसऱ्याला, तुझं नाव काय आहे. तो सर मी भोसले. आय ऑलवेज यूज माय सरनेम सो दॅट नो बडी फील्स ऑफेंडेड. काय नाही सर, सिंहाला शेंगदाणे टाकत होतो. सो अगेन लुक्स एट द हवालदार की बच्चे. सर आगे चौथे को पूछते, तुझं नाव काय बाबा, तू काय करत होता. सर माझं आडनाव शेंगदाणे. So what they were doing, 3 of them were pushing Mr. Shengdane into the lion's cage. And when caught by the police, they become so innocent. They said, sir, सिंहाला शेंगदाणे टाकत होतो. After a conflict, this is the way people behave. Because I have been warden of a hostel, and whenever there are conflicts, I go for investigations, and there is committee for investigating. And how people tell, I'll give a typical example. सर मैं उधर खड़ा था, वो बाइक लेके आया, उसने ऐसा बाइक लगाया, बाइक से उतरा और मेरे को खाड़ करके मारा इधर. ऐसा कैसे हो सकता है. No, because I have been trained in this conflict management. Who, what, where, how. No. So then I call the other person. क्या हो गया? So then he tells कि sir एक्चुअली मैं बाइक लेके गया उधर, वो उधर खड़ा था, वो पार्किंग एरिया में खड़ा था सर। तो मैंने उसको बोला कि मेरे को इधर बाइक लगाने का है, तू ज़रा बाजू में हट सकता है क्या? वो मेरे को बोला बाइक ये जगह क्या तेरे बाप का है? तो फिर क्या सर, मैं उतरा और लगाया उसको। बट देन दिस फेलो व्हेन ही वाज टेलिंग सर मैं उधर खड़ा था, वो आया बाइक लगाया उतरा और मेरे को so this is how people commit grave offenses and they'll come as innocent, becoming very innocent in front of you. कुछ नहीं, मैंने तो कुछ किया ही नहीं. So never get kind of swayed by this. Appreciate other person's point of view, that what there are some authorities, how are they working, they have some previous experiences. I tell always the example of when I was at JJ Hospital, lecturer, and I was managing students dissection, 200 students, and Antakshari was going on in the lecture theatre, that same lecture theatre where Munna Bhai was shot, MBBS shooting was done. So students started saying to me, sir, we want to go for Antakshari. So I said, I cannot leave you, but you can run away at your risk. So what I will do is, I will go to my cabin and you run away. So we made a deal like that. I went to my cabin, I came out in 5 minutes, everybody was gone. So my HOD called me. He said, where are the students? I said, sir, actually they asked me some doubts. So I went to refer the book and they all ran away. HOD said, tell me the truth, Dr. Bhosle. I said, sir, this is what the truth is. So he said, actually I caught them when they were running. And they said to me, Dr. Bhosle ne choda humko. Now this is an experience I had with students. So next year again there was Antakshari. Again students came to me, sir, Antakshari. And I, like Baji Prabhu Deshpande, I stood at Pawankhand, the door of the dissection. I said, koi bahar nahi jayega. And students were thinking, aisa kyun behave karta? So I wrote an article on this, that it's not only that teachers make students, students make the teacher. It's the students' experiences that makes a teacher like this. And then we, after 20 years of joining this college, actually we realize कि जो junior टीचर रहते हैं ना, वो बहुत अच्छा रहता है, और जो 20 साल से जो टीचर है ना, वो सबसे खड़ूस रहता है. बट वो खड़ूस क्यों हो गया है? बिकॉज ऑफ ऑल सच एक्सपीरियंसेस. So I give you one more example of taking you back to the cinema theater, because मैं बहुत मिस करता हूँ सिनेमा थिएटर को आजकल. तो therefore I always, so there were two people in the theater, बाकी कोई भंकस मूवी चल रहा था. तो उसमें एक जन, दोनों में से एक कैटेगरी 1 मूवी देखने को गए थे, कैटेगरी 2 दूसरों को देखने गए. तो कैटेगरी 1 वॉज अ ओल्ड लेडी ड्रिंकिंग पेप्सी. उसने एक सुबह पहले चालू होते ही पेप्सी का बॉटल लिया, थोड़ा थोड़ा पी रही. कैटेगरी 2 वॉज लुकिंग एट हर, इंटरवल हो गया, बॉटल खत्म नहीं हुआ, पिक्चर खत्म हो गया, बॉटल खत्म नहीं हुआ. उसके बाद गया, तुमको 3 घंटा लगता है पेप्सी पीने का, तुमको मैं दिखाता हूँ कैसा पीने का. टुक द बॉटल फ्रॉम. कैटेगरी 1 लेडी लुक्ड एट हर, अरे भाई तुमको किसने बोला मैं पेप्सी पी रही थी? मैं एक्चुअली पान खा रही थी, मेरे को थूकने को कुछ नहीं मिला. So I carried a bottle with me and I was spitting in it. At the end, what has happened is category 2 has taken all that dirt inside. So irritated with people, this is what we do. We take all the dirt of others inside. India, very difficult to make people listen. I really appreciate all of you sitting here and listening to me. I cannot listen to anyone. Like one son, while having dinner with his father, he said, Father, I want to tell you something very important. So father said, Don't speak anything during the dinner time. After, he said, but dad, it's very, very important. No, no speaking while eating. आपने ये सुना रहेगा dialogue. Dad, so खाना खाने के बाद बच्चे को, now tell me, actually there was cockroach in your food. So dad was not ready to listen. Always use I perspective. I perspective means when we have a conflict with somebody, always tell ki this is what I feel about you. हम लोग आई पर्सपेक्टिव नहीं यूज करते, हम लोग क्या बोलते हैं, पूरा कॉलेज तुम्हारे बारे में ऐसे बोल रहा है. टेम्पल में तुम्हारा इंप्रेशन ऐसा है, क्यों ना, पूरा टेम्पल को साथ में लेके जाते हैं हम लोग कि सब हम दुनिया एक तरफ और तू एक तरफ. नेवर डू दैट. टेकिंग टाइम एंड स्पेस टू हैव कॉन्वर्सेशन. Always select a neutral place and discuss with that person. Always open up and discuss. I had written based on this ISKCON, like being honest with the self. Always have an urgency to resolve a conflict. Don't let it last for months and years. Having a very modest approach, with integrity, listening with an I perspective, and tolerating for sake of tomorrow. And always remember that you and me can make it possible. Never give a feeling that I don't need you. That's where conflict happens, where we say that I don't need you. I am okay in my life without you. So that's what is happening everywhere, friends. मुझे तेरा ज़रूरत नहीं. अरे ज़रूरत के लिए the relation is not there for ज़रूरत. So start working together. So here, these three people, animals, their target is one. एक ही target. Now this fellow is very strong, this is very fast runner, this is combination of both. But they don't work together. अगर साथ में काम करेंगे तो जंगल के सारे डियर्स खत्म हो जाएंगे. But they have conflicts with each other. Conflicts happen where there are turtles meet race horses, where some people are working slow. अपने grandmother ने हमको story बताया था, वो turtle धीरे धीरे गया, rabbit fast गया, जीता ने life में turtle बनने का. That has spoiled the whole India actually. India में turtle बिल्कुल घाई नहीं करने. At workplace we have these eagles, peacock, owls and swans. What are they? Eagles means they'll always think big. You tell them to arrange a conference, they'll say, we'll arrange an international conference. They will never say that one day workshop, half day workshop. And then there are owls who don't work but keep on thinking. उनके पास जाओ तो 15 आइडियाज देंगे लेकिन काम नहीं करेंगे. Then there are swans who will say, tell कि नहीं भाई, मेरा इतना ही capacity, मेरे को ज़्यादा मत बोल. And then you arrange something. What are peacocks? Suddenly in the inauguration they come with fully decked up, newly dressed, और suddenly guest के बाजू में खड़े रह के selfie निकाल. तो काम किया नहीं कुछ. So then for conflict management, they say that take ideas from the eagle, main idea, then give it to the owls to make the plan, distribute the work to the swans, and for inauguration of the function, we always have the peacocks who come in. Conflicts faced by the devotees, conflicts related to prasad. Always यहाँ पे बैठ के मेरे को मिलेगा, कीर्तन में डांस करूँ या नीचे जाऊँ. When there is no second sir, तो ये ले लूँ because बाद में second sir नहीं है. Should I share the Mahaprasad with somebody? Conflicts, should I chant or should I sleep? और every day morning conflict रहता है वो कि अभी उठ जाऊँ, मेरा नींद हो गया है या सो जाऊँ. Should I gratify my senses or should I control my senses? अभी कंट्रोल करूँगा, बाद में 20 साल के बाद मुझे लगेगा कि यार फालतू में कंट्रोल के. Should I fight? Devotees का ये conflict. Should I fight or should I defend? मतलब शुड आई जस्ट से कि बाबा नहीं चलो, मतलब शुड आई फाइट एंड शुड आई शांति से बैठूं और जस्ट उनको जो करने का है करने दो, or should I fight? So basically I am talking about eating, mating, sleeping and defending. That's where we keep on fighting. We have conflict at the level of body because our senses are impure, mind conditioned to enjoy, and soul which is sleeping. Actually we sometimes say कि मैं माया देवी मेरे को बहुत तकलीफ दे रही है. So once one sannyasi said, it's not Maya, it's your conditioned mind and impure senses. Senses are not pure, which are getting attracted to the sources of enjoyment. Maya Devi अगर तुमको तकलीफ देगी ना तो you'll be finished. You'll be finished. It's your only mind. So don't get even challenge Maya for that. Okay. How Krishna handles conflicts. All these incarnations of Krishna actually have come whenever there was a conflict. Krishna has appeared. At Kurukshetra with Ashwathama, that was such a nice way Krishna handles conflict. At when Ashwathama had kind of tried to kill Parikshit, that time, or killed Draupadi's children. So there was a conflict between Draupadi and Bhima, and Arjun, where to kill Ashwathama or to leave him. And then Krishna says, just cut his hair, insult him, take out his gem, so that he is as good as killed. So Krishna has such a nice way of handling conflicts. And finally, how Krishna consciousness helps us. Again and again we are told this philosophy of remaining humble. Verse number 3 of the Shikshashtakam. And the verse number 4 says, Na dhanam, na janam, na sundarim, na kavita. And actually, all the conflicts happen because people want dhanam, janam, sundarim and kavita. वो लड़की के पीछे झगड़े होते हैं, पैसे के पीछे झगड़े होते हैं. People want janam, they want, and people want to be praised. If somebody else is praised, I feel bad. So moment we make this as a principle of our life, na dhanam, na janam, na sundarim, na kavitam, which was told by Lord Chaitanya. And what he said ahead, mama janmani janmanishware bhautat bhaktira haitukita. Let me just serve, let me just chant your holy name, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So we come here, we chant, we dance, we have nice prasadam, and that follow the philosophy of Krishna consciousness, and that helps us manage all our conflicts. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
RG Media YouTube channel. Like, share, subscribe.